Also a firm believer in the right of the state of Palestine to exist. Yeah. And so I sit here and I believe in a two-state solution. And I believe that in any of these conflicts, you should have been able to find that was the only obvious and potentially realistic path forward. Because on either side, you're not going to sit and allow for or condone a genocide or mass upheaval of an entire population. Somehow, Israelis and the Palestinians have to find a way to coexist. Correct? And I do know this, is that if you don't start there, then you end up where he is, the current president, which is that the Palestinian population of the West Bank and Gaza have to be completely removed from the region.
Right.
So then the idea of a mass deportation of millions of people is the most unreasonable and unrealistic, impossible thing to even conceive of. But even if you could, where?
They don't want to move.
It's their home. Yeah. Only one way forward, and the only way forward is a two-state solution and a diplomatic solution. Bombing the shit out of whatever remains of Hamas in Gaza and turning it into a golf course, like Donald Trump said, is not going to work, no matter what. Unless you literally kill every single person that inhabits Gaza right now. People can't understand that. Same goes for Iran. They don't support being bombed to the fucking Stone Ages by the United States and Israel to rid them of the leadership that they have not risen up to rid themselves of. It seems to me that's up to them. And Bibi Netanyahu has been promising us that Iran was on the verge of a nuclear weapon for, 22 years now? Longer than that. I think he first wrote it in a book that they were months away from a nuclear weapon in 1996. And then he said it again in 2000, and then he did it in 2004, and then he did it during the Iraq War, and then he did it a few months ago, and then he did it a few weeks ago, and then he dropped bombs. But he's been wrong every time, but he's the boy who cried wolf. And one day the wolf is going to, the wolf is going to be pushed. They have no other option. Anybody think that Bibi Netanyahu is not doing this to save his own ass so that he doesn't end up in jail? Because he has a favorability rating inside of Israel of about 22%. That the Knesset is completely in disarray. Look, here's the real question I have, and this get me in trouble, not to relate to anybody but Bibi Netanyahu. If the Mossad had the plans for the October 7th attack a year before it occurred, why were you not prepared? Why did you not have soldiers in the southern part of Israel where the attacks occurred for like up to 7 to 12 hours?
Maybe the same reason they didn't capture Osama after the Kenya bombings.
Maybe.